the chosen one. God has eliminated all impediments. This is your time. There are times in life when it seems like the weight of the world is bearing down on your shoulders. You may have glanced around and seen delay after delay, door after door closing, and wondered whether your breakthrough will ever arrive. You've waited patiently, weathered storms in quiet, and kept your vision when no one else could see it. You've gone through seasons when it seemed like nothing made sense, as if every attempt you made was greeted with opposition, rejection, or unexpected loss. But suddenly something has changed in the atmosphere. This is no coincidence. This is perfect timing, chosen one. God has eliminated all impediments. This is your time. The energy that previously obstructed your path has been wiped away. The delays have been resolved. The diversions that had previously confounded you have now guided you precisely into alignment. The impediment that was formerly in your path has been replaced with heavenly flow. And you, yes, you're entering a season in which the path ahead is not just obvious, but blessed. Before we begin, watch this video till the finish. There is something strong waiting for you. Something the universe wants to affirm deep inside your spirit. And while you watch, I encourage you to leave your fondest desire in the comments and type 7 to signal to the cosmos that you are open to receiving. This is more than just a video. It's an intense broadcast. It serves as a link between your past and future. Declaring your desire is like planting a seed on a freshly cleaned field. You are announcing to heaven and earth that you are no longer obstructed. The time is now. Your road is open. The divine current is moving you ahead. All you have to do is trust it. No, I choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. The chosen one. Your whole life has prepared you for this moment. Each delay has a purpose. Every challenge honed your strength. Every period of stillness strengthened your spiritual muscles. You are not moving ahead by mistake. You're entering a scene that was written before you arrived. You are about to embark on a period of good fortune. Not because life has suddenly become easier, but because God has determined that now is your moment. The restrictions have been removed since the blessing is due. The load has been lightened as the breakthrough is nigh. You did not miss your turn. You did not lag behind. You were being positioned. You were being groomed in quiet to achieve a public win. The energy that formerly resisted you now has no influence over you. No, it has been disassembled. It was handled by unseen hands. You're not trapped. You're free. You don't know how much was going on behind the scenes. You observed the delay, but not the protection. You sensed the stagnation, but could not perceive the change. You've heard, not yet. I didn't understand it was a divine. Get ready. The road you are about to tread has been cleansed by grace. And this time, nothing will be able to stop you. No uncertainty, no fear. Not the past, not individuals, and not circumstances. Because what has been gone was never intended to stay. And what comes next was always yours to claim as the chosen one. The miraculous diversions have concluded. The roadway is no longer under construction. It is ready. You're ready. Heaven is ready. You've spent so long trying to figure out why things were so tough for you. Why was each move forward met with resistance? Why? Doors that opened for others appear to be tightly locked for you. The reality is your path needs polishing. You are being reinforced in the fires of hardship, so that when your time came, you wouldn't just endure it. You'd flourish in it. You were being made stronger. Not for difficulty, but for accomplishment. And now every ounce of strength you've gained will lead you to victory. So huge, so unmistakable, that even those who questioned you will have to admit your radiance. This season is different. It isn't like the ones before it. It is not about trial. It is about victory. It's not about the delay. It is about heavenly deliverance. The energy you're experiencing right now is not confused. This is confirmation. It's the sensation that something enormous is moving on your behalf. And it is. Things are coming together in ways you never expected. Resources and people, ideas and timing are perfectly aligned. And the reason? Because the interference was gone. What was previously wrapped in the wiring of your fate has been disconnected. What previously clouded your eyesight has been cleared. What used to make you question everything has now been neutralized. You are now going toward clarity. Let me remind you that this did not happen by happenstance. This isn't luck. This is a favor. You are not where you are today by chance, but by calling. You have been marked by the divine. And once God has marked you, no one can unmask you. When the Creator determines that your time has come, nothing and no one can stop it. They may try. They could distrust you. They may be critical of your ascent. However, they cannot stop what has already been decreed. The heavenly signature has already appeared on your next chapter. Let us promote faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into our own lives, but also to those who need it the most. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. There is a hallowed quiet that occurs just before the greatest gift arrives. You may have felt this lately. Odd, peaceful, and unfathomable quiet that was not silent. That was preparation. That was your spirit, recognizing that the season of difficulty is giving way to a season of divine transformation. It is no longer necessary to question when it will happen. It is time to declare, I am ready because you are. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late. You're exactly on time for the miracle that bears your name. What you saw as a setback was really the backdrop for a stage being erected for your ascension. You are not strolling into an opportunity by chance. You are being ushered into your destiny. You must comprehend, chosen one. The barriers were never intended as punishment. They were preparing. They were not there to stop you, but to mold you. They taught you to trust, how to listen, how to distinguish. They helped you improve your spiritual precision. As a result, you are now prepared to take a fresh approach. You no longer need to push against the doors. You no longer have to push your way through. The heavenly hand is opening gates in front of you. What formerly took years will now take days. What formerly seemed like a battle will now feel like a flow. The energy of struggle has been replaced with ease, not because you changed your course, but because God altered the environment. This is when everything starts to make sense. The agony, the suspense, the bewilderment, that everything had a purpose. You're going to see how each component joins, how each note contributed to a stronger yes, how every loss served as a heavenly replacement for something greater. You did not fail. You were redirected. And now you're standing on the verge of a fresh beginning. Not as a wounded survivor, but as a strong creator. Because the power is now in your hands. The time is on your side. The blessing is in reach. You are entering previously closed rooms. You are now able to visit previously inaccessible levels. You are transforming into the version of yourself that was concealed under layers of survival. And now you're thriving. There is no need to explain oneself. You no longer need to show your value. The divine has already verified it. The impediments have been eliminated. Not only do you want to clean your route, but also your thinking. You no longer bear the weight of misunderstanding. You are no longer fighting unseen forces that attempted to hold you down. The conflict is ended. That season has ended. Now it's all about movement, momentum, and miracles. Now it is time to rise, not because you have to, but because you are called to. The stage is set. The spotlight is warming up, and your name is being mentioned in places where doors are going to open for you. You've been ready for this. You are not going to stumble across it. You are going to soar with confidence. You are no longer the person who must examine every move. You've gone through enough to understand the quiet little voice inside you. That voice is stronger and clearer now that the cacophony has been quiet. The stumbling blocks that previously hampered your judgment have been removed. Your way is not only open, but also enlightened. And as you go on, know that you are backed by something larger. You're not alone in this movement. You're being directed. You're being carried. You are being honored in the spiritual world. All of heaven is watching you soar. All of creation is adjusting to help you develop. The forces that previously attempted to stop you have loosened their grasp. They can no longer access your energy. You have advanced to the next level. You have outgrown the previous frequency. And now you're in sync with the greatest frequency of your destiny. You don't have to force things anymore. You do not need to beg or pursue. What is yours will meet you along this route. Because the difficulties were never ending. They were the test, and you passed. You remained loyal. You remained grounded. You remained dedicated to the vision even when you couldn't see the outcome. And you're going to witness what that devotion yields. Favor, acceleration, open the doors, overflow. You're going to discover what it's like to walk into a room and know you belong there. Not because of credentials or connections, but because of the call. Because you've been sent. Because this is your moment. Because the path has been cleared for your advancement. You're entering days you only imagined possible. The chosen one. But this time, you're not entering with doubt. You're going in with a deep, knowing it's yours. Not borrowed, not temporary, and not subject to any conditions. Because when God eliminates impediments, it is more than simply outward objects changing. It's all about internal alignment. You are not just being permitted to go ahead. You are getting prepared to grow. What was formerly blocked is now blessed. What once seemed unthinkable has become inevitable. You're about to experience a heavenly turnaround. Not a small improvement. A whole shift. Everything that was previously in your path has been supernaturally redirected. You've lingered in the shadows long enough. You've seen others succeed while secretly fostering your own idea, protecting your energy, shielding your dream from the cacophony of uncertainty. But the time to hide is done. The time for quiet is up. Your voice, talent, and power. Everything is being activated right now. Because the restrictions that formerly caused you to shrink have vanished. The worry that formerly made you doubt yourself has vanished. You are not the same person who entered that valley years ago. You have been changed. You have been polished. You've been promoted. And now you're prepared to completely participate. Stop reducing your presence. Stop doubting your value. The stage isn't too large for you. It was specifically developed for you. What used to cause fear has become a source of joy. What once seemed overpowering now seems to be an invitation. This is what occurs after the blocks are removed. You no longer see life through the prism of resistance. You begin to view through the prism of opportunity. You begin walking with heavenly assurance, not arrogance. Confidence. The assurance that comes from understanding that if God has cleared the path, there is no need to delay. If the doors are open, it is not just because you knocked. It is because the divine has determined it is time for you to go to the next level. This isn't simply a promotion, however. It's an alignment. This isn't just success. It is holy fulfillment. This portion of your trip will feel foreign at first. You are accustomed to fighting for every inch. You're accustomed to maneuvering around obstacles, preparing for the next setback. However, this new chapter flows differently. It is not about pushing or proving. It's about flowing and letting. It is about receiving, without any guilt, rising without apologies, shining, without fear of darkening another person's brightness. You're not competing with anybody. You never were. The elimination of hurdles was not motivated by a desire to beat others. It was about sticking to your own path. You aren't late. You're exactly on time for your wonderful moment. And suddenly the cosmos is bending to your advantage. Don't be shocked if things that were previously difficult start to seem natural. Don't be shocked if the same doors that previously turned you away suddenly beckon you in. That is the power of divine timing. That is the energy of spiritual realignment. People will look at your success and exclaim, "It happened overnight." They will, however, have no idea how much you have gone through. They will not see the years of sorrow, quiet, inner conflict, and spiritual development. But that's okay. Let them see the fruit. Let them see the radiance. You have no need to explain the benefit bestowed to you. You only owe it to yourself to walk in it completely, with courage, pleasure, and devotion. Your journey is now secured. The difficulties were not simply erased. They were replaced by heavenly direction. You are not traveling this journey alone. There are invisible forces marching in front of, behind, and alongside you. You are surrounded by spiritual support. Every move you take is monitored. Every action you make serves your best interests. Even when challenges arise, they will not feel the same as before. They will not break you since you have already gone through the breaking. And now all that remains is the building. This is your building season. You are creating your legacy. You are creating your future. You're creating something that cannot be shaken. The current momentum behind you is abnormal. It is divine. Its acceleration stems from alignment. That means you'll start to see progress in areas where you previously only saw delays. You will earn more in a few months than you have in years. You will attract the right people without trying. You'll arrive at the right places without having to beg for entry. This is what happens when the divine removes the obstacles. It is not random. It's intentional. And you have been chosen as the vessel for this move. You aren't riding a wave. You're the wave. You are the shift. You are the change. And everything that comes your way is simply a reflection of who you have become. The work you did in private, the healing, the praying, and the releasing all added up. Each tear you shed was counted. All silent prayers were heard. Every moment you felt forgotten was a preparation for the season in which you would be seen and celebrated. You're no longer invisible. The divine spotlight is now on you, not to expose you, but to promote you. You are being lifted in ways that will seem unbelievable, but it is genuine. It is happening. You do not need to wait for permission. You do not need to wait for external validation. This is your moment. It has been written. It has been protected. It has been sealed with divine intent. You are being surrounded by favor from every direction. People who previously ignored you will be drawn to your light. Opportunities that you previously overlooked will now come knocking with urgency. Doors that seemed permanently closed are now swinging wide open. And it isn't just what's going on around you. It's about what's going on within you. You're beginning to believe in yourself again. You are beginning to dream again. You are beginning to trust the process in a new manner. And that change in belief is revealing more than you could ever think. The divine is reacting to your faith, not your perfection, but to your determination to proceed despite your fear. Your determination to remain the course, even when it seemed that nothing was working. That's what cleared the way. The chosen one. You've reached the threshold. There's no going back to the way things were. You've outgrown the old cycles. You've exceeded the low vibrations. The energy you are experiencing right now is holy. It is raised, and it's drawing benefits that are similarly high. Do not be shocked if your previous life no longer suits. Don't be shocked if folks you formerly connected with can't comprehend your present frequency. That is not rejection. It's a redirection. You are being directed to rooms that are appropriate for your development. You're being led into situations that mirror your future, not your past. The elevation may seem lonely at times, but it is intentional. It prepares you to accept without distractions, create without resistance, climb without interruption. Yes, there may be instances when dread creeps in. That is normal. You are human. Remember this, however. Fear is a lie. It's a voice from a previous season. It has no power in your new chapter because fear cannot exist beside trust. Your faith has never been stronger. You're no longer the same person you were before. You don't think the same way. You aren't responding the same. As a result, you are not attracted to the same people. Your magnetic wonders. You are drawing in the divine. You're entering into a life that was previously thought to be a dream, only to realize it was always intended for you. You've completed the inner work. You have prepped the dirt. And now the crop is coming in quickly. You don't need to pursue. You do not have to use force. You only need to align and allow. Let the divine do the hard lifting. Allow the benefits to find you in your real self. Let the proper people find you because you dared to be honest. Your excitement speaks louder than any introduction you could provide. Your progress speaks volumes. Your radiance is evident. And that light was what opened the path. It snapped the bonds. It dissolved resistance. It unlocked gateways. And now the flow has started.